I think I'm starting to get into the end game of Stardew Valley. I unlocked the magical buildings, I'm pretty proud of that. For a decent sum of money, it turns out that you can purchase Junimo Huts. I have purchased 6 of these huts. Each hut houses 2 or 3 Junimos. If you look carefully, you can see them walking through the crops there, and they will just wander around and harvest your crops for you. Granted, they don't harvest very quickly, but by the end of the day, most of your crops will be all harvested, and you don't have to pick your own crops anymore. At first I thought this is amazing. In Stardew Valley, time is one of the most important resources in the game, and if you don't have to spend time harvesting or watering your crops, then you can spend your time doing other things, like making 800 cups of coffee. But after a couple of days I got to thinking, there's got to be some kind of downside to all this, right? Surely it must cost a decent amount of money to pay these little guys, right? Then I realized, nope, there's no cost. Aside from the initial money that it takes to build the huts, you don't actually have to pay the Junimos. They just live on your farm and work for you for nothing. It might be a little bit weird, but this is starting to make me feel like a horrible person because I realized that I'm a slave owner. And when you think about it, owning slaves is pretty much one of the worst things that you can do as a human being. I sat around for a while thinking about this, trying to justify why I shouldn't feel guilty. I told myself, Technical, don't worry about these little guys. It's not wrong to have these guys working on your farm, harvesting your crops without pay. I told myself that's what they're here for. That's what they were made to do. They're happy to work. Look at them. Look at them walking around, working. They don't know any better. So, working actually makes them happy. Besides, they don't have feelings or emotions. They don't have complex thoughts. Why not just let them work? You know what I realized? All of the things that I just said, those are things that a slave owner would say. I've totally lost it. I've lost my integrity as a human being because I want to pay them. It's just that there's no option in the game to pay the Junimos. So in order to be fair, the only logical thing to do would be to set them all free. But they do such a good job. Look at all these coffee beans. It's so easy to just let them keep on working. I find myself suffering from an insatiable greed. Is this what it's like to be the owner of a corporation and just not care about anybody at all?